Today on the channel, we start shredding the news with the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NECA cartoon unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the latest and greatest from the brand new Target NECA Haulathon, as we got the Start Shredding the News edition of Shredder. But for all your Shredder Haulathon needs, better head to your Target, hitting shippers right now. But for everything else NECA related, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Yes, 15%. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. Going to take a look at the packaging, talk about it, unbox it, talk about it, see where it goes from there. And of course, Shredder, the baddest of the bad. The Turtles' biggest and most fearful foe, I would say, in this day and age. And Shredder, one of those characters we got very early on in the NECA line. We also got like, what was that box? There was like a box set, like a Stern pinball box set or something that had a variant edition of that one many moons ago. But it's been a heck of a long time without Shredder in the NECA Toon line. So it makes a lot of sense that they get this in the VHS-inspired line here. Some new upgrades, some new heads, some new accessories for people like me that have that old school Shredder. Maybe want to take a step and pick up this new one. Just make them as different as we possibly can on the shelf. And we say it all the time. You can't do a turtle line without coming out with the Turtles on a regular basis and a lot of the popular A-lister villains. And it doesn't get more A-lister than Shredder right here. So we understand the method behind the madness. And I'm just happy to give us some new stuff with this one along the way. But of course, let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. Fabulous packaging design on these. For the longest time, I kept all my packaging for my NECA Ninja Turtle stuff. Finally had to cut bait. I mean, we're hundreds of figures at this point. I think, I don't know, we're definitely over 100 at this point, but a lot going on. That's a lot of packaging to be saving around, so I did get rid of it all in the last year or so. But I do like this one, Start Shredding the News. And it's funny, it's got this little banner, the Turtle Booers Club. When I first read that, and I still read it this way, the Turtle Boogers Club. Yes, the turtles and all their boogers right up in there. But it is the Turtle Booers Club. Very kind of tongue-in-cheek, but you got a lot of the rogue gallery for the turtles back there. Start Shredding the News. Very cool packaging design. Love the artwork there. NECA Turtles volume number 20. Can you believe it? We've had that many of these VHS-inspired ones. Very fun to see. Side right there. On the back, we got a lot going on. I'm not going to read all this. You can pause the video if you want to. But it's kind of the call to order for the meeting here for Shredder. Looking very cool, though. I like how it reads. A lot of funny kind of jokes along the way. Definitely worth a recap and a read. And of course, packaging inside. Looking pretty good. Usual NECA style packaging with the open flap there. Always love it. Game changer if there ever was one. Can I get it out of the package? There it is. What do we got back here? Oh, nothing. Just a wall. Just a wall. Like a young Pink Floyd. There it is. Off to the side. See you later. Goodbye. And there it is, like a young Joe Dumars. How about Joe Dumars? Just talking about him the other day. Looking good with Shredder in the plastic prison. A lot of accessories, extra heads, you name it. We're going to take it offline, get all these twist ties out. We'll be back talking all things Super Shredder or just Shredder. We got Shredder out of the package. Let's dive in. Let's start with the accessories. Let's start with the hands. How about it? He's got two shaking hands here. I guess if he's going to meet with all those bad guys and they're going to really get down to the brass tacks, he's going to shake some hands along the way. Got two of those on there. Two gripping hands, traditional gripping hands. Not as many weapons with this set. A little disappointed we don't at least get a sword for Shredder. Feel like we should have at least something like that. We got two gripping hands right here. We also got a very tight gripping hand, which looks to be able to hold some of these accessories. So choose your own hand adventure. Should mention two fists of Shredder Fury right out of the package as well. Now, time for some old-fashioned heartbreak and disappointment. Right out of the package on his blaster gun, one of these wires, the red wire specifically, just crumbled to dust right out of the package. I did one of those pops right onto the table, immediately cracks and breaks. And we see that a lot with some of these NECA Toon weapons. Very brittle in some instances, very brittle on this gun. I guess I'll say watch out on that one. You never know what might happen, but that is very unfortunate. Very, very small wire. Not sure exactly why they even go that small in those wires, but unfortunately broken. Guess I still got the blue wire here. You do got the blaster gun here in the white, the silver with the red accent, a little bit of blue as well on the wire. Looking good, but not an iconic weapon for one shredder here. Is this go in here? Aha! I was wondering where this little piece came from. So there was this little gray piece that fell out, and it was inside of here. So I just stuck that back in where it went. The more you know, folks, the more you know. But there's that blaster weapon. To me, not as iconic as Shredder with a sword or maybe even some throwing stars. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments below. We do get a little book here, of course. One of those great accessories you can use with Donatello in his lab. Do whatever you want to. But it looks like he's going to call to order the meeting right here. Got the big thick book there if he needs it. Also comes with a little picture. We've seen these before in the Turtles line. This time it looks like he's got a picture of his dear old mom. Oh, everybody loves their mom for sure. Got that going there. Nice little framed out picture. We're here for that. How about a little floppy disk? Oh, old school. Reminds me of early elementary school days with the old floppy disk. Looks like he's going to play a hot game of Oregon Trail. Yes, Oregon Trail. One of the all-timers, of course. But you do got a floppy disk. Another one of those accessories would be fun to use with something else if you needed to. And, of course, everybody likes cold, hard cash. Oh, baby. He's got some turtle money going on right here. So a stack of money. He's going to do some bribes. Got Shredder's head on this here. So it is Shredder currency, apparently. Got a little medallion, little necklace action. Got that going on. Do not remember the specific episode on this one. I mean, it kind of rings a bell. I feel like it would shine and very bright and stuff. One of those kind of things. But it is a nice other accessory. You got to throw in some of this stuff here. But now we're going to dive into the head sculpts on this Shredder. And I guess we'll start right out of the packaging. Somebody hands you this head, you know all day long. This is Shredder. This is what we think of with Shredder. No doubt about it right here. Got those determined eyes back behind his COVID mask. Oh, he's worried about COVID still, I think. Got the protection there. Got the horns up on the head. Just a beautiful rendition of Shredder. This is Shredder, I think, in most people's brains. So looking good in that head. However, you want a little variety. It's the spice of life, as they do say. We do get a second head here without the face shield. It's the same helmet going on, but you do got the regular head here. And I believe we could probably swap these between old versions of Shredder. If you want to make them as different as you possibly can, that'd be something you could do here. So we do have that head. We do get a little chef's hat to go along with this head if you want to. You might be making some cookies or maybe some pizza that he might be full of poison. For the Turtles, you never know, but a very iconic chef hat. You see this, you know the Pillsbury Doughboy is right around the corner. That's what you know. And then the third and final head is just a regular head here on this one. Looking like a young George Takei, or Takei, depending, right, Todd? I knew you were going to say it, top and front from the couch, ladies and gentlemen. Takei, oh my, at the end of the day. But it does look a little bit like him there, but it is Shredder looking good. A different head sculpt we haven't had in the past. Once again, a lot of people had Shredder back in the day, giving them more reason to pick this one up in this day and age. So that is the accessories. Now we're going to dive into Shredder, and we're going to start with this Lando Calrissian inspired cape. Beautiful soft goods purple cape. You know I'm here for that. Feels very, very nice. Very iconic Shredder, of course. You got the shoulder blades right up here. Got the blades up there. The guards looking good. Same thing on the forearm, like a young Batman. He's got that forearm protection right there. And then he's got those big spikes, those big ones right on the hand. Always love that. Bam, right there in the turtle's face. Cut him open, bloody him up. He's ready to go. You got those on both arms. Same thing down to the shin guards down here, looking very, very good. Like a young Ron Hassey, of course. We all remember Ron Hassey from the Oakland A's back in the day. But he's got spikes down there. Black shoes here looking good. Black tights throughout. Got a little bit of that skirt over in the front. Got the gray ensemble piece. Got the bare arms. Then, of course, the protection we were talking about right there. Now, arms, a little pretty limited. Can't go all the way around. You're totally blocked by that. So you're not going to get around if you want to. Bicep cut works fine. Double jointed pinless elbows playing all the hits. We love that, of course. Hands removable back, forth, side to side. I'm actually leaning on keeping this one with the Fists of Fury. I really like how that looks. Head back and forth, side to side, removable, of course, as well. Looks like the top part of the helmet comes off, if that is your thing. So I'm guessing that is so. Yep, you can put that hat on there if you need to do that as well. You're going to choose your own Shredder adventure, of course. We know how that goes. But that does remove very easily. Nice to see that. I would imagine does, yep, the cape comes off as well. So if you need to pop the head off, you can pop the cape off with it. Hula hoop, yeah, a little hula hoop up top plus traditional waist. A little double right in there. Big old shredder splits if you need to. Legs go up a little bit. Double jointed pinless knees. The hits continue. Ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. He does got kind of big feet, but I do appreciate that because it will help with him standing like right here on the table, of course. And he should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at Ringside Collectibles. And what do you know? Fitting on the stand. Going to take the last stand with old Shredder right there. Looking pretty good, all things considered. A very nice Shredder. And I did notice, and now we're going to do a comparison, but I know already he is much larger than the first incarnation of Shredder. I do like that extra attention to detail, upsizing the figure a little bit more. You can see it right here. Constant learning, constant improvement, a little bit bigger stature on him, a little thicker, better details, more cartoony in the face, more cartoony in the gear. It's just wild to see where this line began and where we're at right now. Constant learning, constant improvement, and forcing us to rebuy some stuff because this one is much, much improved over this one right here. So I do appreciate that difference. Does he have toe articulation? Oh, the old one's got the toe articulation. So, Todd, yeah, you're going to like the old one. Of course you will. But boy, you could definitely see the difference between these two. That is, I don't know how many years it's been between these two. 5 years, something like that. That's the difference. That's where we're at with this brand new Turtles cartoon line. Very, very fun. I am here for this. Of course, Shredder, one of the ultimate bad guys. If you're collecting Turtles, you got to have one representation of Turtles. And as of right now, as we're filming this is the best interpretation I do feel from the cartoon line. So there it is. Old Shredder taking flight once again in the cartoon line. Part of the latest and greatest Target Haulathon. Find it at Target right now if you're on the look. What's your guys' thoughts on this one, though? Worth a pickup? Are you going to upgrade your old one? Do you need another Shredder in your collection? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as I always do say. And also, brand new, don't forget about it, the complete guide to the original San Francisco Toy Makers ECW toy line by yours truly. Available on Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Amazon's a little cheaper. You can get it on Amazon right now if that is your thing. Appreciate the support on the channel. If you want one from me, hit me up, social media, or TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. I can get you an autographed copy, and it'll also include a bookmark and a sticker, so hit me up if you're interested in that. Appreciate all the support on the book. And of course, that sticker is The Kyle Peterson Show, my brand new podcast every single Tuesday, video version on YouTube, audio, wherever podcasts are found. Appreciate the support once again on the new podcast endeavor. Having a lot of fun. My wife is there, some other special guests along the way. A lot of fun segments, a lot of stuff you'll like to check out. So make sure you check it out. Give it a 5-star review, all that fun stuff. And don't forget the Patreon, your best place for everything. You want to find everything, go to the Patreon. You got early access to both YouTube channels, the podcast, all the comes and goings, glamour shots, you name it, it's all over there. Of course, on Patreon. Best way to support the channel. Appreciate that, of course. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, and guess what? Now on TikTok. So for Shredder, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
Never seen you looking so gorgeous as you did tonight. I never saw you shine so bright. You were amazing.